Hello everyone, welcome to my new programming club. Today we will be solving another daily Leetcode challenge, and the challenge name is text justification. So the challenge statement goes like this: given an array of strings words and a width, maximum width, format the text such that each line has exactly maximum width characters and is fully justified, left to right, left and right, both sides. You should pack your words in a greedy approach. That is, you should pack your maximum words that you can pack in a line and pad extra spaces whenever necessary so that each line has exactly a maximum width characters. Also, it is mentioned that extra spaces between the words should be distributed as evenly as possible. So there should be extra space between the words. There should be at least one space between the words if uh, the length of the words after joining them is smaller than the maximum width. So you should distribute those remaining spaces that you will be padding to make the length equal to maximum width in between the words as evenly as possible. And on a line, if the number of spaces on a line does not divide evenly between the words. So for example, let's say these were the words given to you. Let's call this X, Y, and Z. Now let's say maximum width is given to you as 4, and some other words are also given. Let's say uh, it's ZY. So there are 4 completing here. So what the problem statement is saying you to do is the number of characters in the line, if it happens to be equal to the maximum width, then you need not to append any spaces. But if there are lesser, the number of characters in the line after appending all the letters of words uh, is lesser than, let's say, maximum width. Here are 3 characters only, and maximum width is 4. Now, where will you append this one remaining space so that the length becomes equal to 4? You will append it in the leftmost empty slot. This is the leftmost empty slot. So in case the spaces are not evenly distributed between the words, then you should consider the leftmost empty slots for those inserting those spaces. The empty slots on the left will be assigned more spaces than the slots on the right. So as I told you, you will be assigning empty spaces like in this order, left to right. Empty spaces. So for the last line of the text, it should be justified, left justified. So all the, let's say there are 3 lines that we found after justification. Then these 2 lines, first 2 lines, they will be justified left and right both, as it's mentioned here, fully justified. Left and right. One will be left justified. So it will be aligned towards the left. It will be left justified. So this is what you are asked to do. Now this type of problems are implementation based problems only. There you have to just follow the instructions given to you. First of all, you should be pretty clear about what is being asked to do in the problem, and what you are required to return. Then you can have a look at the constraints. If your constraints are pretty low, the word length is of order maximum 300, and each individual word is of maximum length 20, and maximum width that is of a line will be 100. So we will be giving a solution of time complexity lesser than O of n square. O of n square will also pass, but we will be giving a solution of time complexity lesser than this. So let's quickly jump into the implementation part and see how we will be implementing it. So let's take an example. Let's take our example. Let's say maximum width given to is, let's say it is 4, and the characters given to you are XYZ, ABC, and last, let's say it's D only. Then you will be forming the maximum width lines. So first you will be taking first 4 characters, XYZ, and then this A. Now these 4 are gone. Maximum width is of 4. So we will move to the next line. Now BCD, since it's the last line, you have to left justify it and add the space only in the rightmost places, whichever slot is left after appending these words. So this way you will be forming. So this is pretty much, we are just following the instructions. Now let's quickly have a look at the implementation part. There you will be able to understand it in a much clearer way. And one thing I would like to mention is that I have made the code as much as readable by separating out each of the functions so that you won't get confused what we are doing in each part. So what we will do is, we will make a window. Let's call this is a window. One pointer will be left and another will be right. Now you will slide this window till you achieve the maximum width. So once you have the maximum width, you will pick out the characters in that window. Let's say maximum width was achieved here. You will pick out the characters. See if the number of these are not characters, basically these are strings. See that the total number of characters in the string are equal to maximum width If they are not equal to the maximum width, this width, then what you will do is you will add spaces in the empty slots between le- left and right pointers. Make the length equal to the maximum width, and that's how you will be approaching. So this is we using the sliding window technique. Form the answer. Form a single line, and what we will do is forgetting the rightmost, forgetting the range of the end range of the current line. We will we have implemented this function. This function is used to find the range of the current window which will comprise of a make a single line. Initially your left right will be pointing to the left only. Then some represents the number of characters in the line being made by the range left to right, left and right both inclusive. So what you will do is after each of the word you will try to add one space and add it to the number of characters already in the line. After each word, you will try to add one space and add the contributions to the sum variable, which is number of characters currently present in the line. So as long as the number of characters currently present in the line does not exist this maximum width, you will keep on adding the number of characters as long as the number of characters in the line being made does not exceeds the maximum width, then till then you will keep adding. From the given words array or say vector. So at last you will be returning the end of your range. End point of your range of the current window from left to right pointers. Why we are doing -1 here? Because you are adding this, you are doing this plus plus, and right value will increase one more than its actual value. So you are decreasing it by one. So then what you will do is, once you are having the range, you are having the range of words in the given words array or say vector, then you will form your line by appending those words in the range by following the rules mentioned in the program. So this is a justify function that will form a line justified according to the rules. This is the function that will according to the rules given in the problem statement. What you will do is, if you are having only, if you are having only single character, single word in the line, then you will add the remaining floats with spaces after adding the word to the line. So this is a variable that will keep track whether you are on the last line or not. Since the last line is not fully justified, so this variable is for keeping check whether we are in last line or not. So if the end of your range happens to be at the very end of the words array size, then you are at the last line. If the end of the current range from left to right happens to be at the last word in the words array or say vector, then you are at the last line. So this will be the number of spaces, or say number of slots that will be available to you. Number of slots between the words you to insert the spaces if required to make the number of characters in each line equal to the max width. So this will be the number of slots, and the total space that will be required to add, the space that will be required to add to the slots available in order to make the number of characters in the line equal to max width. It will be nothing but the number of characters of the words from left to right range minus subtracted from the maximum width. This is the total number of characters present in the words between the range left to right. Accordingly, you will be forming the space sequence. Basically, space sequence is what you will be inserting between two words. Let's say you are inserting three spaces between two words, then this is the space sequence. So the space sequence will be inserted in all the slots available. And this will and what will be the extra spaces that will be inserted from left to right in the slots available. This is the extra space left in case the space could not be evenly divided in the slots available. So now you will be forming your line. This answer variable is nothing but the current line being formed. So for the given range, you will be forming the line. Or from the words range left to right, you will be forming the line. Now, after you have formed your line, you will remove the trailing spaces from the line, trailing and leading spaces. Now, what you will do is you will add the remaining spaces if there are any remaining spaces. Pardon me if some spelling is incorrect. I hope it does not affect your understanding of the approach. If there are any spaces remaining, then you will add it from leftmost slots available. So you will add it traversing from the leftmost slots available. Insert space. For adding the remaining spaces, in case there is any remaining space that is to be added, this is to find the length of the range or the number of characters in the given range of words. Finding the total number of characters in the words from range left to right in the given words array or say vector. So this is you finding the space sequence that will be evenly distributed. Among all the words, among all the slots available. This is so this the solution. Now once you have generated your line, you will add it to the final answer, and you will be moving your left pointer to the new word that is not added in any line, and you will keep repeating these steps, and at last you will return your answer. So that's pretty much it. Audio will be available in the GitHub repository link. So I hope you found the solution useful. If you are still having any doubts, feel free to ask them in the comment section. I will be more than happy to answer it. Thanks.